17 Article 11 of the Constitution, Your Honor, in relation to Section 8 of Republic Act 6713 requires the public officer concerned to make a disclosure of all his assets, liabilities, and net worth, and gives the right to the people to know the assets, liabilities, and net worth, Your Honor. I make emphasis to the word net worth. One cannot make a declaration of his net worth unless he makes a complete narration of all his assets and liabilities. In this case, Your Honor, please, the reservation agreement indicated, and that was dated July 15, 1997, it indicated that the contract price is 3,208,800 and that there was a down payment made, Your Honor. This was done in 1997, and as confirmed by no less than the Chief Justice in his SAL-N for 2003, he indicated that he acquired this property in 1997. Then, therefore, Your Honor, please, it is incumbent upon the Chief Justice to indicate as part of his assets the total contract price for these properties, but has to indicate his remaining balance under the column liabilities so that in his net worth, it will be reflected how much money came out of his pocket, Your Honor, please. That is the true sense that is embodied in the cited provision of Republic Act 6713, which is in relation to Section 17, Article 11 of the Constitution, Your Honor.
So the bottom line of this this whole discussion is that you're saying that Chief Justice Corona should have stated in his SAL-N of 2003 the condominium unit with the parking lot.
Yes, Your Honor, please, because the parking lot is a separate real property.
So,
and
ang wala lang dito, parking lot.
not only that, Your Honor.
Lang niya, it was properly disclosed. The condo was properly disclosed here. I don't know about the value, no, but the condo was listed here. Pera yung parking lot.
The condo
so,
was...
mo lang, ang may lagay dito, yung condo plus yung parking lot.
With due respect, Your Honor, please, not only was there non-declaration of the parking lot, but while the condo was indeed declared, it was incorrectly declared, Your Honor, contrary to the requirement of the law and the Constitution, Your Honor.
Because as you've stated, it was undervalued.
And there is not even any declaration of the acquisition cost as required by Section 8, Paragraph Capital A of Republic Act 6713, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President.
And if I may, Your Honor, please, just for clarification, Your Honor, the implementing rules and regulations earlier cited by the distinguished counsel for the defense, Your Honor, pertaining to a prior review of the contents in the SAL-N, Your Honor, please. It is worthy to mention, Your Honor, please, that the reviewing authority, insofar as the judiciary, Your Honor, is no less than the Chief Justice. And here, the Chief Justice, being the reviewing authority, should have known that he is not filing his SAL-N as required by Republic Act 6713 and in relation to Section 17, Article 11 of the Constitution, truthfully, timely, and completely. That makes the act, therefore, a culpable violation of the Constitution and a betrayal of public trust insofar as it relates to the duty of the public officer, respondent, Chief Justice on public accountability, Your Honor.
Mr. President, we're ready to discharge the witness.
That is an opinion, but we will consider that when we evaluate this case, because the culpable violation suggests that the violation of the Constitution must be of such a criminal nature as to be considered a high crime. Okay. So anyway,
yes, Mr. President, witness is discharged, but Senator Arroyo wishes to make a statement concerning the manifestation of the counsel for the prosecutor.
Gentleman from
prosecution.
Makati and Bicol.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would caution again the prosecution. On points of law, we have the agreement was that the public prosecutors, meaning the House prosecutors, are the only ones who can argue. Now, the private prosecutor is limited to conducting an examination. I didn't want to to stand up because I didn't want to interrupt. But henceforth, please observe the rule. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I beg the kind indulgence of the Honorable
Yes,
Senator Giorgio.
your next witness,
Mr. President,
the majority floor leader.
because of the lateness of the hour, we would expect the prosecutor to present the witness on Monday, another witness on Monday. The Representative Tupas is asking for the floor, Mr. President.
Yes, please, Mr. President, Your Honor. Just regarding the statement issued earlier by Your Honor on the numerous requests for the issuance of subpoena from the prosecution. If it's not too much to ask for this honorable tribunal, we have pending requests for subpoena who are not opposed, that are not opposed, and if it's not too much to ask, if we can ask the honorable court to act on those requests. But of course, we know earlier, as was stated by the honorable presiding officer, that there were some matters that should be addressed.
Counsel, the reason why I could not decide issuing those subpoena was because you have to lay the basis first for the subpoena. I assume that you must have some semblance of evidence in your possession that you can present to this court as a basis for requesting those subpoena. And we cannot just subpoena anybody unless you have to indicate to us the relevancy of those things that are to be subpoenaed.
Yes, Your Honor, we understand.
Yeah.
And in fact, we're in touch with the office.
And then you are requesting us to subpoena the records of the Supreme Court. Well, we cannot request you to subpoena your records. Neither can you request to subpoena our records. We have to observe the separateness and co-equalness of the three departments of government. So, if you have evidence, aliende or outside of the things that you want to be subpoenaed, please present them first as a basis for you to ask us to subpoena those records.
We will do that, Your Honor. I'm manifesting this because on Monday, would like to inform the Honorable Tribunal that we will present witnesses already on Article 3. Of course, with reservation, because we're still with reservation on other matters pending now with Article 2.
We will be very liberal in dealing with the presentation of your evidence. But tell us, next Monday, what article are you going to tackle?
We will present witnesses for Article 3.
How about Article 2? You will
Article 2, we would like to...
you will suspend?
Yes, Your Honor. Would like to ask for reservation because there are still matters. May I explain, Your Honor?
Yes, please.
Because we have pending a request for subpoena to the banks, namely the PS Bank and the BPI. So, pending decision by the Honorable Tribunal on those matters, and so as not to waste the time of this Honorable Tribunal, we are ready also, pending the resolution, to present witnesses for Article 3.
I was asked about the issue of the subpoena, but, may I request you to canalize the things that you will require, because under Section 2 of the Bill of Rights, the inviolability of persons and things and papers and effects of citizens of this country is provided. And we cannot conduct any subpoena that might turn out to be an unreasonable search. So, please, when you ask us to issue a subpoena, specify the account number, and the particular transaction involved, and the documents that you want to be subpoenaed.
Yes,
That's
Your Honor.
why I said, specify with specificity, so that we will not be accused of unwarranted search. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank
Your
you.
Honor, please, before we close in today's proceedings, Your Honor,
The defense counsel.
we are still in the process of cross-examining the BIR commissioner, Your Honor. And it was the prosecution who asked that he be given a leave of absence of 7 days. Now, we would like to know if they are closing their evidence on impeachment Article 2, Your Honor, without the testimony of the... Because they will
not
not be
only
able
that,
to close unless...
the presiding officer requested some written brief to tell us why car is required for shares of stock sold outside the stock exchange of the country.
So, with the kind permission of this honorable, therefore, Your Honor, may we register our objection to the fact that we go to another article without disposing of Article 2, Your Honor. My only point is, we are not yet through with our cross-examination. I think the honorable prosecutor will bear us out on this particular aspect, Your Honor.
Can you present all your witnesses for Article 2 tomorrow?
Monday, Your Honor.
Monday.
Well, in that case, if there's an objection, the only reason we manifested because we thought that the Commissioner of the Bureau of Internal Revenue would not be available on Monday. But we just got information that she will be available. So we'll present the Commissioner of the Bureau of Internal Revenue on Monday.
All right. We
Thank you
will consider their problem because the commissioners of Internal Revenue is on official mission, so they have no control over that. So we will have to be understanding
And
because of that
We
circumstance.
submit, Your Honor.
Your Honor, please. And also with that, there's a pending, I repeat, there's a pending request for subpoena. So we'll present some witnesses for Article 2 on Monday.
Yes.
That's the case.
May I request you to confer with your witnesses so that we will not rumble in the presentation of the witnesses. I'm not saying that you're not doing your job properly, but we want the flow of this hearing to be faster and more expeditious.
We'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Any further remarks?
None, Your Honor. We wanted an adjournment already.
Mr. President,
Everybody.
Mr. President,
Majority Floor Leader.
6:02 na.
yes, in compliance with the directive of the court,
Majority Floor Leader.
yes, Mr. President, in compliance with the directive of the court, counsel for Chief Justice Renato Corona filed on January 31, 2012, the list of witnesses and documentary evidence to be adduced by the defense, with the reservation to present additional evidence as may be deemed necessary for the information of the court, Mr. President. Also, we are in receipt of the entry of appearance of additional private prosecutors under the control and supervision of the House of, or the panel of prosecutors of the House of Representatives. The entry is signed by Representative Tupas and Representative Umali, and the private prosecutors, attorneys Cynthia Corazon G. Rojas and Jose Luis Rey S. Monsayak, also for the information of the court, Mr. President.
There are already 58 private prosecutors,
Well,
Your Honor.
Mr. President,
let's allow them to have all the assistance of counsel who would want to help the prosecution.
so may we
That's
ask...
part of the liberality of the court, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. President. May we ask the Sergeant at Arms to make an announcement before I move to adjourn?
Please all rise. All persons are commanded to remain in their places until the Senate President and the Senators have left the session hall.
Mr. President, I move to adjourn until 2 o'clock in the afternoon of Monday, February 6, 2012.
The motion to adjourn until 2 o'clock in the afternoon of Monday, February 6, 2012 is approved.
Diyan po nagtatapos ang